lives in South Portland with his family and enjoys riding his motorcycle, presumably in the summer. As Director of Protective Services, he is responsible for the safety of our staff, visitors, and art. Mr. Mohammed.
I am a fair weather guy. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the Portland Museum of Art. We are honored and very excited to have you as our guest this morning. My name is Faiz Mohammed. I am the Director of Protection Services for the Portland Museum of Art. Today must be an exciting day in your lives, and it was in mine about 32 odd years ago. So, congratulations to each and every one of you. You have earned the great honor, privilege, and responsibility of United States citizenship. My own journey began in 1980 when I left Pakistan and headed to Germany. I spent 2.5 years in Germany, but during that time, I never really felt welcome. I was an Auslander, which means foreigner. And there were challenges that came along with it. Living accommodations were difficult to find, particularly for foreigners. Registering with local police was mandatory when you change your address or moved. In short, I didn't see any real hope of settling comfortably in German society. And so, after much thought, I set my goal on the land of opportunity and applied for immigration to the United States. At that time, the process took about a year, and in September 1982, I finally arrived at JFK Airport in New York City. In late 1982, I received my green card. It was one of the exciting days for me. Shortly after receiving the green card, I started attending TOEFL, Test of English as Second Language classes. And shortly, I got my GED. I had college education in Pakistan, so I pursued some college courses here. But for financial reasons, lack of guidance, and short-sightedness on my part, I dropped the higher education route and chose instead to enter the workforce. My father instilled in me a strong work ethic. I wanted to make my own money and stand on my own 2 feet. I was thankful for the public assistance I received to help me get started. And we are fortunate to live in a country where such assistance is available. As some of you know, not all countries provide economic and medical support to their residents, and it's not something to be taken for granted or abused. It was available when I needed it, but I was ready to provide for myself and make my own way in this new life I had embarked upon. My very first job was washing dishes at a restaurant on Exchange Street, right here in Portland. I worked for Barber Food, deboning chicken. I loaded trucks for L. Bean. I drove newspaper delivery truck through southern Maine. I worked for Unum as well as the United States Postal Services on temporary basis. At times I worked 2 full-time jobs to pay my bills and to get a little bit ahead. The reason I mention this is not because it is unique to me, or that I was the only person who has worked hard to get ahead. Not at all. Almost every immigrant since the birth of this nation will have a story to tell. And you, as recent immigrants, are most likely going through similar experiences. These experiences will stay with you, shape you, and will be the foundation for a strong work ethic. You have come to this country during a prosperous time. I can only imagine what earlier settlers endured when they arrived. Their sacrifices, commitment, hard work, and wisdom laid a solid foundation for this country to build on. For me, there are a few indelible moments after arriving in the United States. Getting married, my wife Annie is here, she's in the back. The birth of my children, receiving my green card, becoming a naturalized citizen, and finally getting the United States passport. The U.S. passport is the most coveted and respected passport in the world. It opened the world to me and offered me a level of freedom I could not otherwise have imagined. I now have the freedom to visit just about any part of the world, something I had never experienced before. What does it mean to be a United States citizen? Respecting the rights, beliefs, and opinions of others, democracy and freedom of speech and expression are precious and should be respected. Staying informed of the issues that your community and the country is facing. Serving on jury when called upon. Participating in a democratic process. Use your right and privilege to cast your vote at every opportunity. Defending the country if need should arise. It is our collective responsibility to defend our adopted country and preserve our freedom. Speaking against injustice. Wherever you see injustice, you must speak up against it, because injustice anywhere is threat to justice everywhere. U.S. citizenship is the most sought after privilege, more than any other nation in the world. People will walk thousands of miles, overcome any obstacles, spend their fortunes, and risk their lives to reach the United States of America. One must ask why. Why is that? Why do people do that? The answer is simple. This country is the beacon of hope for the world, and it has so much to offer. Its Constitution protects our human rights. It's a nation governed by rule of law. It offers economic opportunities. It has welcomed immigrants for centuries. It rewards hard work. It rewards innovation. It rewards entrepreneurship. What the United States achieved in 240-odd years, many countries could not accomplish in their 1,000-year existence. Much of the remarkable success of the United States is attributed to immigrants who paved the way for us through their hard work, adopting progressive policies, and by innovative thinking. This country provides a fertile environment for innovative ideas, for businesses to grow. It provides abundant opportunities for everyone to succeed. It is now up to you. It's you and your children who will lead this great nation to new heights. It is your responsibility to ensure that your children have education, discipline, and drive to succeed. It is up to you to create an ongoing path to success for yourself, your family, and your future generations. The success of this great nation is deeply rooted in its Constitution, the most important document in the history of the United States of America. There are some notable amendments as well as significant acts that, in my opinion, brought forth some of the most significant and profound changes and eliminated barriers, paving the way for our country and democracy to thrive. The First Amendment to the Constitution, which guarantees freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom of assembly and petition. The 1863 Emancipation Proclamation Act, signed by Abraham Lincoln, which abolished slavery. The 19th Amendment to the Constitution, which granted women the right to vote. The Civil Rights Act of 1964, which outlaws discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, and national origin. And the Voting Rights Acts of 1985, which removed the legal barriers for black citizens to vote. With the citizenship oath you just took comes the responsibility to support and defend the Constitution and the laws of the United States. As U.S. citizen, you now have the right to vote, which is the most powerful tool in bringing about change. Fully participating in the electoral process is vital to our democracy. It is the most important civic activity you may ever engage in. Looking back at history, if we did not elect Abraham Lincoln, would there have been an Emancipation Proclamation in 1863? If we had not elected the right individuals to our legislative bodies, would all of those important constitutional amendments that I mentioned would have passed? It is imperative that we exercise our right to vote in a prudent manner. At the federal level, we choose our new president every 4 years. We choose our senators and representatives. We vote on important issues, so get and stay informed. Read your news sources and use that knowledge to make your own decisions regarding the people, referendum, laws on your ballots, and cast your vote with confidence and clarity. At the state and local level, you elect representatives from your district who know the constituents' concerns on who should represent you accordingly. Local elections will have direct effect on the communities and the neighborhoods that you live in. For example, issues like school curriculum, law and order, safety and policing, business and environmental concerns, sanitation, transportation, are decided at local and state level. In short, every election matters and every vote counts. You all have the opportunity to make your mark on this country. It is up to you to decide what that will be. There will be times in your lives where you may not succeed at first, or you fail to achieve your goals. Don't give up. Try again and again. Remember, failure should be our teacher, not an undertaker. Failure is a delay, not a defeat. Failure is a temporary detour, not a dead end. It teaches you about survival, renewal, and reinvention of yourself. Great leaders throughout history have one thing in common. They consider failure a learning opportunity, not a setback. Abraham Lincoln lost 8 elections, but he didn't quit. And he was one of the greatest presidents of the United States of America. Whatever you do in your life, just remember, be a leader. If you can't be a leader, be a follower, believe in something and follow it. But never be a spectator. My name is Faiz Mohammed. I'm the Director of Protection Services, and I'm proud to say that I am a naturalized United States citizen. Thank you for your time.